A look at what's going on with the temperature today. We hit 83. The old record was 82 degrees set back in 1950. Our average high temperature is 65, so we're 18 degrees above normal for the day today. But you can start to see the cloud cover moving on in, and that cloud cover will continue to move on in. What's going on is that there's several layers of cooler air and wind shift lines out there. There's one here. There's another one here that loops right on through here, and this will have the really cooler air behind it. And with that, we'll see some of this rainfall slide eastward and southeastward during the overnight hours. So again, during mainly the late evening and overnight hours. So rain is going to be arriving with some of that cooler air a little bit later on. One little shot trying to make it through the eastern shore. Several other shots of rain on off to the west and northwest. So here's what's going on. Right now throughout the area, lots of cloud covers dropped on in. We're going to continue to see that. There's where things are at 6 o'clock. By 7 o'clock, it's got a little bit more rainfall on our future track computer model. And this first little slug of wind shift line and northwesterly wind flow into the area will start sliding on in. Southwesterly winds at only around 5-10 miles an hour, but those winds are going to shift to the north, and we're going to see a little bit more of a brisk wind drop in overnight. By 9 o'clock, that wind shifts, but the rain is still on off to the north for the most part of the area, north and northwest. But then a pretty good slug of rainfall moving on through. There's another little wind shift line. See it here northwest, and then more northerly here, a little bit stronger. That will continue to move through overnight as well. So by 5 o'clock in the morning, we've got still some rainfall into the region and a northerly wind driving in around 15-20 miles an hour. Temperatures drop to 57, 60 degrees, but they don't get up all that much either during the day. It'll be around 60 to 63 for a high temperature at any point during the day, but it'll really drop on down by Saturday morning. 38, 42 well inland and around 48 degrees near the coastline by Saturday morning. Wind not as bad. You can see northwesterly breeze blowing on through, but again, it's not as bad. Temperatures pretty close to the low 60s during the day coming up on Saturday. Pardon me. So that's where we're going. How much rain do we get? Generally relatively light. I tend to think it'll be around ½ an inch to 3/4 of an inch, maybe a little bit less into some areas. Forecast models haven't been real definitive, but it doesn't look like it'll be real heavy rain. It only happens during the overnight hours. 68, 64, 62, good chance of rain, maybe a rumble or two of thunder overnight. And during the day tomorrow, warming up to about 63, but that's it. We'll clear off pretty rapidly. Rather windy during the day or breezy during the day coming up for tomorrow. 15, 20-mile-an-hour winds gusting at times to 25. Saturday, 60, 61. Sunday, 65. Remember to fall back coming up Saturday night and into Sunday morning. Temperatures in the 60s for the next 7 days.